That uncomfortable gap in a public bathroom door may not be a simple construction mistake. It is often the visible result of several competing priorities. The person inside wants privacy, coverage, and the feeling of being unseen. The people managing the space want cleaning to be fast, repairs to be simple, and emergencies to be easier to notice. A public restroom is not a private bathroom. It is used by many strangers every day, so the design is often less about maximum comfort and more about making the space manageable. Zoom out, and the stall is not just a few panels and a door. It sits inside a web of limits: budget, installation speed, cleaning schedules, foot traffic, ventilation, safety rules, accessibility needs, and maintenance. A restroom in a mall, school, train station, office, park, or airport may follow different priorities. So there is no single explanation for every gap. But there is a shared pattern. Public restroom design often balances the user's privacy against the operator's need to monitor, clean, and maintain the space. From a management point of view, gaps and raised stall panels prevent the stall from becoming a completely sealed box. Staff can more quickly tell whether a stall is occupied, whether there is trash on the floor, or whether water is pooling underneath. Air can also move more easily, which may help reduce trapped odor. For users, those gaps can feel invasive. But for workers checking dozens of stalls every day, they provide a basic level of visibility and efficiency. Look lower, and the raised design becomes easier to understand. Mops, brooms, and water need room to pass under stalls. If every partition sealed tightly to the floor, cleaning would take longer, and dirt could collect in harder-to-reach corners. Public restroom mess is often not caused by one dramatic failure. It builds from hundreds or thousands of small uses. The gap at the bottom helps cleaning teams move faster, spot problems sooner, and keep the facility usable. There is also a safety side. If someone faints, falls, gets trapped, or needs help, a completely sealed stall can make it harder for others to notice. Gaps at the top, bottom, or side may give just enough information to tell that something is wrong and respond faster. This does not mean larger gaps are always better. Privacy still matters. The point is that public facilities have to leave room for emergency access and supervision. Designers are not solving one perfect problem. They are ranking several risks at once. At human scale, the conflict becomes obvious. When you are inside the stall, even a small gap can feel much larger than it is. It can turn a private moment into a tense one. But from the cleaning and maintenance side, that same gap may look like a practical tool that saves time, money, and labor. More private stalls are possible: smaller gaps, lower panels, thicker doors, and better hardware. But those choices can increase cost, cleaning time, repair difficulty, and construction demands. Public design is painful because different people pay different costs in the same space. That said, not every large gap deserves a defense. Some places simply choose cheap modular partitions. Some gaps are made worse by poor installation, damaged hardware, or lazy maintenance. Different countries and venues also have different expectations for privacy, and many public restrooms do manage to offer better coverage. The more accurate answer is this: a gap is not automatically reasonable, but it often reflects a mix of budget, cleaning, safety, management, culture, and design habit. So why do public bathroom door gaps make people uneasy? Because users feel privacy being traded away, while managers see a space that is easier to clean, inspect, repair, and respond to in emergencies. Good public space should not treat embarrassment as normal. But it also cannot ignore the reality of maintenance. The real question is not simply why there is a gap. It is whether the gap is small enough to respect the person inside, while still large enough for the system to function. Better design lives in that balance.